Yeah, welcome back to Ordinary Differential Equation Part 8. In Part 7, we have started the solution of second order differential equation with variable coefficients. In first method, we have seen how to solve using the variation of parameter. And I started second method, that is called reduction of order method. In that method, we have one part of CF that is known, and I told you if one part of CF is known, then we have discussed two cases related to one part of CF. And that two cases was, suppose we have a second order differential equation d2y by dx2 plus px dy by dx plus qxy equal to rx, and its a corresponding homogeneous linear differential equation is d2y by dx2 plus px dy by dx plus qxy equal to 0. And for this, this is a second order differential equation, so its complementary function will be written as c1 y1 plus c2 y2 type, where y1 and y2 are two Li solutions of homogeneous part, and we claimed that one part is known, and we have discussed first case as e to the power x. Then the relation between p and q was a square plus pa plus q equal to 0, where p and q are function of x. And if y1 is in the form of x to the power m, then the relation in p and q was given as mm minus 1 plus pmx plus qx square equal to 0. Till this I have discussed in the previous part. Today I will see how to find the complete solution of the given second order differential equation when one part of CF is known. Remember, this method is applicable when one part of CF is given, or you can find by using these two ways. So we have a differential equation d2y by dx2 plus p dy by dx plus qy is equal to r, where pq are function of x. I am taking here. Now it's a complete solution. I am telling the entire solution of this differential equation 1 means CF plus PI. Y I am giving as Vx into y1 type, where y1 is one part of CF. Y1 is one part of CF. So this is the complete solution. If R is 0, then this solution will be the solution for homogeneous part. If R is there, then this solution will be the complete solution. And I'm going to discuss the reduction of order method. This is very useful method for solution of this type of differential equation when one part is known. So this is the complete solution of equation 1. So it will satisfy the equation 1. So what will be the dy by dx? Remember, here v is the function of x, not a constant value, because if it is a constant, then the solution will not be linearly independent. It will be linearly dependent only. So vx is the function of x. So we have to differentiate with respect to x. First, vx is outside, derivative of y1 will be dy1 by dx plus y1 is outside. Y1 is actually y1 of x. Y1 is the function of x, not a constant value. And derivative of v I am taking as dv by dx. Now I am taking v as a vx. What will be the second derivative? Because it will be used in equation 1. So it will be vx d2y1 by dx2 plus dy1 by dx is outside. Derivative of v will be dv by dx. This is the derivative of first term plus second term d2v by dx2 plus dv by dx, and derivative of y1 will be dy1 by dx. Or we can write it in simpler manner because this term is coming twice here. So we can write v d2y1 by dx2 plus 2 dy1 by dx dv by dx twice actually, plus y1 d2y d2v by dx2. So this is the value of second derivative of y. Put this value, and the value of y in equation 1. So the first term will be, I'm taking from the derivative of v here. So that is actually, first term is I'm taking as here second derivative term first, then it will be y1 d2v by dx2, then first derivative term do 2 dy1 by dx into dv by dx plus I think vx d2y1 by dx2. This is the value of first term, plus px, first derivative of y1, that is this value. So it will be vx dy1 by dx plus y1 dv by dx plus qx, and value of y is vx y1 equal to rx. I'm taking entire differential equation. If Rx 0, then this solution will be the solution for homogeneous part only. If Rx is there, then this will be the complete solution. Now, collect the derivative of y1. Okay, collect the derivative of y1. So y1 is here. First y1, we can see that y1 has double derivative here. Okay, dy1 is also here, dy1 is also here. So first I am going to collect the coefficient of vx actually. Correct the coefficient of vx. Vx is coming here, d2y1 by dx2 plus, where is the vx again? This is the vx actually, plus p dy1 by dx, and this is also vx. So qy1, where pq are function of x. Then collect the derivative of v dash x, means dv by dx. dv by dx means this is the first term, so it will be 2 dy1 by dx plus, where is the dv by dx again? This is py1. Then collect the term of d2v by dx2. So d2v by dx2 is occurring only at one place, that is actually y1 equal to rx. Okay. Now see carefully. This is going to be 0. Why? Can you tell me? Yes. See part 7. I told you y1 is the solution of CF. So y1 will satisfy the corresponding homogeneous differential equation. Homogeneous means d2y1 by dx2 plus py1 plus q p dy1 by dx plus qy1 equal to 0. Because y1 is the solution of complementary function. One part or one solution. So this will satisfy the homogeneous part, means this term is going to be 0. So now it will look like actually dv by dx, I am representing here dv by dx 2 dy1 by dx. I am writing y1 dash plus py1 plus y1 d2v by dx2 equal to rx. Now write the double derivative term first, then d2v by dx2 plus 2y1 dash plus py1 dv by dx is equal to rx. See carefully students here, y1 dash I am representing, that is dy1 by dx actually. Now important point, this is a second order differential equation but reduced order, because we can assume dv by dx some new notation, call it as w, then d2v by dx2 will be dw by dx. So substitute these values here, it will be y1 dw by dx plus 2y1 dash plus py1 w is equal to rx. Now its order is reduced. Now it's look like a first order differential equation, order is reduced because the coefficient of v becomes 0. So that's why this method is called reduction of order method, because this second order differential equation can be solved with the first order differential equation. Now this is a first order differential equation, it can be solved with the help of first order, so it's a reduced order method. And I told you first order differential equation, for any type of differential equation, the coefficient of order terms would be 1. So divide by y1 both the sides. So dy1 by dx plus 2y1 dash by y1 plus p. y1 is cancelled out. W equal to rx by y1. Now I will compare with dw by dx plus pw equal to q. I hope you have studied this type of differential equation. This can be solved in two steps: integrating factor e to the power p dx, and solution is given as w into integrating factor is equal to q into integrating factor dx plus one constant c1. We will add here c1 because this is not a particular integral, this is a complete solution, so we have to add constant. I hope you know how to solve this type of differential equation. It was in class 10 plus 2. Now compare with this type of equation to previous equation, call it as equation A, and compare with equation B. You can see that small p is actually 2y1 dash by y1 plus capital P, and small q is rx by y1. So its integrating factor is going to be e to the power p, means 2y1 dash over y1 plus p dx. Simplify it. It's a very good equation. 2 we can take outside, 1 over y1. dy1 means y1 dash means dy1 by dx. Take dx inside plus integration p dx. We can write like this. So look like dx is cancelled out. Look like this, but not exactly cancelled out. 1 over y1 dy1. So integration of log y1 into base same. We can separate the power e to the power p dx. We cannot take p outside to the integration sign because p is the function of x. If p is constant value, then we can take outside. So integrating factor look like now e to the power log y1 square into e to the power p dx. Or you can write this value is 1 because 2 here taken in log. So it's a y1 square e to the power p dx. So this is the integrating factor. You can remember this formula. Direct you can apply. How you can apply? Just compare every differential equation to this differential equation, find y1, and after finding y1 you can directly find the integrating factor. And now w into integrating factor is equal to q into integrating factor dx plus c1. So w into integrating factor is y1 square e to the power, or you can directly write here, no worry to write every term. Integrating factor is equal to what is q is rx over y1 into integrating factor dx plus c1. This is formula number 2. You can remember. Now for complete solution, what you have to do, then put w equal to dv by dx, because our aim to find v only, and find vx. If you have vx, then your complete solution will be vx into y1. We have some special cases. See special cases here. Case 1, if rx is 0, means we deal with only homogeneous linear differential equation. Means homogeneous linear differential equation. Then your integrating factor is not going to be changed. y1 square e to the power p dx only, and w is going to be changed. Integrating factor is equal to, that was actually r by y1. So equation 2 will reduce that because r is 0. So 0 dx plus c1. So that is actually nothing else. It is c1 only. C1. Now put the value of W here. You can simplify this equation also. So that can be written as dV by dx, and integrating factor you can take the right hand side. So it will become 1 over y1 square e to the power minus p dx into C1, and you can integrate both the side. You will get the value of V in very easy manner. So this is the case when Rx is 0. You can tackle by this way. Okay. You can remember when Rx is 0, the formula is reduced in this formula 3. So if Rx is 0, you have to learn only 1 and 3. If Rx is not 0, you have to learn 1 and 2. If you learn 1 and 2, you can solve a special case also. Let's see one example. Solve x d2y by dx2 minus 2x minus 1 dy by dx. I have already discussed this problem in part 7. X minus 1 y equal to 0. Solve this differential equation. Nothing is given. Solution. This is not a constant coefficient differential equation. So we cannot apply auxiliary equation method. This is not Cauchy-Euler also. And if we know the both part of here, then only we can apply the variation of parameter. So here we don't know the solution of complementary function. So we have to try for one part here. So for trying the one part, firstly we have to reduce in the standard form d2y by dx2 plus p dy by dx plus qy equal to r. For that we have to divide x both the sides. So d2y by dx2 minus 2x minus 1 over x dy by dx plus x minus 1 by x y equal to 0. Only good thing is there, this is a homogeneous linear differential equation. Now compare with d2y by dx2 plus px dy by dx plus qxy equal to rx. So your p is minus 2x minus 1 over x. That can be simplified minus 2 plus 1 by x. Your q is x minus 1 by x, that is 1 minus 1 by x, and your r is actually 0 here. See carefully, if you add p and q, you can see that this is minus 1. R1 plus p plus q equal to 0. Then I told you one part of here is e to the power 1x. You can see part 7. So y1 you know here. Now its complete solution will be given as complete solution. Let complete solution y is equal to vx into y1. Then integrating factor is given as y1 square e to the power p dx. You can apply directly. Y1 you already have, that is e to the power 1x, so it will be e to the power 2x. Sorry, e to the power 2x e to the power p. P means that is actually minus 2 plus 1 by x dx. So it will be e to the power 2x. You can write e to the power minus 2 dx into e to the power 1 by x dx. You can separate the powers. It will be e to the power 2x into e to the power minus 2x only, and it will be e to the power log x. So this is cancelled out. It will become 1, and e to the power log x will become x. So your integrating factor is actually x here. You have integrating factor that is looking very good here, x only. Now your solution is given as w into integrating factor is equal to c1, because your r is 0 here. If r is 0, you can apply this result directly, where you can write in the exam w is equal to dv by dx. So put the value. So dv by dx integrating factor is x equal to c1. You can write dv by dx equal to c1 by x. So dv will be c1 by x dx. Now if you integrate both the side, it will be vx equal to, because v is the function of x, I already told you v is the function of x, it will be c1 log x plus c2 second integration constant. So complete solution will be y is equal to vx into y1. So vx is c1 log x plus c2 into y1 is x. So this is your complete solution. This is your complete solution. Someone, if you asked what are the two Li solutions, then you can tell him C1x log x plus C2x. So if you compare, this is your first Li solution and this is your second Li solution. Okay. So this is your y1 and y2 are two Li solution for homogeneous part here. Okay. Let's see the next example. I am giving this example as a homework. You can try solve x square d2y by dx2 minus 2x 1 plus x dy by dx plus 2 1 plus x y equal to 0. Again homogeneous. I can give you hint here. You can check first part of CF is x because p plus qx is 0. You can check it. And this is a very good question. Okay, I am going to discuss the next method, method 3, change of independent variable method for solution of second order linear differential equation. When no part of CF is known. So in the variation of parameter method, both part of CF is known. In the reduction of order method, one part of CF is known. But this method, there is no part of CF is known. So we can apply, this is a very good method, even you don't know any part of the CF. So this is also a very useful method. So let us consider a second order linear differential equation of the form d2y by dx2 plus px dy by dx plus qxy equal to rx. This is equation number 1. And I'm going to tell you what is the algorithm for this method. Write down the algorithm. Step 1. Let qx is in the form of plus minus k into fx. Some books write plus minus f. K they do not use, only take plus minus fx. So method can be vary, but answer will be same ultimately. Here k can be any positive real number. K is always any positive real number. Let relationship between old independent variable is x and new independent variable, I'm taking new independent variable z. I'm taking new independent variable as z. H relation is dz by dx whole square equal to mod of qx or equal to plus k of x, because we have taken mod, so plus minus will become plus also. Remember, x was the old independent variable. I'm taking new independent variable z, and this is the relation between old and new. This method is called change of independent variable method. Remember, second order differential equation solution is not given very good in the Jain and Anger book. I'm following S. Chand, MD Rao Singhania for particular this topic. Even DS Grewal also did not discuss these methods in a good manner. Step 2. Now we will find the relation between x and z. So I have given dz by dx, that will be plus, I'm taking only plus k into fx. Because I told you we have taken mod, now you take the mod of positive plus minus, then I'm taking only positive sign here. So dz, if you take the integration, it will become under root k into fx dx. I'm considering only positive cases. So this relation will give you the relation between x and z. Now step 3. Equation 1 is changed as, what was the equation 1? This was the equation 1. Now it is changed as d2y by dz2, because independent variable is now dz, plus p1 dy by dz plus q1y equal to r1. Now our aim, what is p1, q1 and r1, where p1 is equal to d2z over dx2 plus p dz by dx over mod of q. I'm not going in the proof of this method. This is p1 actually. q1 is given as q over mod q. We have to divide mod q only. So it will be 1 or minus 1. R1 will be R over mod q. We have to divide mod q in every term. Remark. Is this method work always? No. This method is very limited. If P1 is constant, then proceed further. Otherwise, we cannot apply this method. If P1 is a constant, only dependent on this nature, then this method is useful. Otherwise, we cannot apply this method. Okay. So let's start with one example based on this. Example 1. Sin square x d2y by dx2 plus sin x into cos x dy by dx plus 4y equal to 0. Solve. So we cannot apply. Okay, firstly convert in the standard form. So divide by sin square x both the sides. So it will become d2y by dx2 plus, if you divide sin square x both the sides, sin x is cancelled out, cos by sin, that will become cot x dy by dx plus 4 sin square, then it will be cos x square x, so y equal to 0. Now compare with standard one, d2y by dx2 plus p dy by dx plus qy equal to rx. So your p is actually here cot x, q is 4 cos x square x, and r is 0. R is 0. Now, can you find the complementary function? Because this is not constant coefficient, so we cannot apply auxiliary equation method. So very difficult to apply the variation of parameter. Is it one part of CF is known? 1 plus p plus q is 0. It is not 0. 1 minus p plus q 0, not 0. P plus qx is 0. You can check it. These are not 0. It means one part of CF is also not known. So we will try this method, change of independent variable. For that, we will write the relation between x and z. So firstly, we will let what is qa. So qx is actually here 4 cos x square x. Okay. Then step 2 was a relation between, don't mention relation steps. I told you for methodology, take a relation, let relation between x and z is dz by dx whole square equal to mod of q. So that is actually already positive. So 4 cos x square x, take the square root both the sides, it will be 2 cos x. It will be plus minus, but I'm considering only positive because you can take positive or negative, then formula will be changed. So I'm taking only for positive here. So dz will be 2 cos x dx. Now integrate the both the sides. So it will be z, and integration of the cos x. There are two methods for cos x. One is log tan x by 2. I will use this one. Or you can use log cos x minus cot x, but this one is easier. So z equal to 2 log tan x by 2. So this is the relation between x and z. X and z. Okay. Now we will find, you have dz by dx. Can you find the d2z by dx2? Because it will use in P1 expression. So that will be minus 2. Derivative of cos x is minus cos x into cot x. Now we will find P1. So P1 is actually d2z by dx2 plus P dz by dx over mod q. Now totally dependent on this expression. If it is a constant, then we will proceed. Otherwise, we will not use this method. So d2z by dx2 is minus 2 cosec x into cot x. Okay. Plus P is actually cot x and dz by dx is 2 cosec x. Very good. Over mod q. That is 4 cosec square x. I think you can see that numerator is cancelled out. So P1 is a 0. It is a constant value. It means we can further proceed because it will be useful method. Your Q1 is Q over mod Q. So here 4 cosec square x over 4 cosec square x. So that is plus 1 only. Your R1 is R by mod Q. Your R is 0. So R1 is also 0. So now your differential equation will look like, so new differential equation in z variable will be, I told you that is look like d2y by dz2 plus p1 dy by dz. It will be in z variable plus q1 y equal to r1. Put these values here. d2y by dz2 plus p1 is 0 plus q1 is 1, y1 equal to r1 is 0. So it reduces in the constant coefficient actually, y1 equal to 0. Or you can write d square plus 1, d1 square plus 1 y equal to 0, where d1 is actually d by dz here. It is a constant coefficient, so we can write the auxiliary equation. It will be m square plus 1 equal to 0. Remember, auxiliary equation we can write whenever constant coefficient differential equation. So m will be 0 plus minus iota. We can compare with alpha plus minus I beta, alpha equal to 0, beta equal to 1. So it's a complementary function is written as e to the power alpha c1 cos beta plus c2 sin beta. I'm not writing variable here because variable is z, so we'll write z here now. Put the value of alpha beta. Alpha is 0, it will become 1. Beta is 1, so it becomes c1 cos z plus c2 sin z. But question is given in the x variable, so put the value of x. Z is actually 2 log tan x by 2. So put the value in the terms of x, 2 log tan x by 2. This CF will be the equal to the complete solution because this is a homogeneous linear differential equation. That's why the CM will become complete solution because there is a no particular integral in this case. So this is your solution of this given differential equation. Okay, I'm giving one example as a homework. You can try based on this method only. The question is solve d2y by dx2 minus this question is actually x d2y by dx2 minus dy by dx plus 4x cube y equal to x to the power 5. X to the power 5. So solve this using this method only. In the next lecture, we will discuss normal form method. That is also very, very useful method. Okay, thank you.